Uh, Thank you, Vijay, for joining us on Startup TV on Startup Gyan. Uh, Vijay is founder and MD of 197 Communications. So, Vijay, the straightforward question for you is like, you have been professing for long that rural VAS is not about mandi prices. So, what exactly is rural VAS about?
Number one, rural VAS is as much about a common man as much as every other man is. So if you and I are talking, and if you and I need entertainment, if you and I need messaging, if you and I need a platform where we can fulfill our life, it's not mandi rate. Incidentally, all the people in the village are not relevant and related to the agriculture. So you would say that only a few do agriculture and only a few in the chain do real that work of doing plowing fields, seeding and everything else around it. So you have to look at them as a normal segments. It's just they are price conscious even more than what a city urban guy could have been, and their need will require their segmentation. They might not be able to read a lot, but they are so much aspiring that they watch a lot of TV. They want to get all the entertainment. They want to listen. They want to sing. They want to do everything else. So when we look at a VAS, which is like adding more value to the consumer, just adding mandi rate doesn't help that guy all the way. And another thing is that if you go to a village, there are 600,000 villages. Anybody does not gather 600,000 village data. Somebody gathers in a couple of thousand mandi rates. That's like bad segmentation. If I give you a mandi rate of Aligarh and I live in a village which is 140 kilometers from Aligarh as a district, what is the use? Because there is some nearby mandi that I will go to. So it requires cloud sourcing equivalent application. It requires some larger view on the customer requirement.
Okay, great. So tell us something about your rural VAS product that you have launched recently.
I just put the word crowdsourcing. That's incidentally exactly what we are trying to do. So we are saying that people will generate content by themselves. It's called Takia. People generate content, and somebody is authenticated to check and vet that content, and that's distributed among the people in that geography. So a village will have a sarpanch, and a village will be part of a tehsil, and tehsil will be part of a district.
Okay.
So identified people are allowed to post content to that, and that content gets outdialed, pushed to the consumers, so that it's in local language. It's very much what they want to listen to and understand about. So it's, I love to call it a democratization of content. Content of people, by the people, for the people, and distributed. Give this platform there what we could do about it. It's worth because there are consumers on it. It's worth because there are production of the content which is made for them is on it, and we're just the platform in that case.
Great. And tell us something about the mobility fund and how it is doing lately.
It's anybody's aspiration to start a company if you have a lot to do in yourself. Okay, mobile is a place where today you can definitely bring a lot amount of impact in society, in the revenue, in your own aspiration to reach out to the consumers. There are many funds or available capital for early stage companies which will need, let's say, 1 crore rupee or a 4 or 5 crore rupee, 50 lakh, 20 lakh. That amount of money is not available. A VC wants to invest a couple of $1 million. This is what you don't need for early stage company. This is exactly the gap that we thought, and we as a company thought that we will be not only able to give the money, but able to give you market access, expertise in case of product development, expertise, hiring. Such an important requirement of any startup is great talent, and necessarily not all the talent can be hired unless you are backed up and identified in the market. So I see this as an opportunity for us as a company able to help a lot large ecosystem on the mobile application side. So if you have an application which is addressing consumers, telecom operators, enterprises, and you think that you need an early stage of capital, we're the people. We don't shy away from late stage capital, that's sad, but it definitely is a very early stage and mid stage capital opportunity.
Great. So when is the 197 IPO coming?
We're working on it, and we really want to make sure that it happens hopefully within this quarter, and before this fiscal year ends, we should be in the market.
Great. So this is the last question for our readers. What is your success mantra?
Do what your customers want. Everything else is fake.
Great.